Hey, it's been a minute. Here's to 2024, where the spirit is in the cosmic stream. So buckle up and get ready for liftoff because today we're blasting off into the Catalan cosmos. We're diving deep into the stars with an org that's got the glint in their squint, none other than Catcom. Hey, so gentlemen, thank you for coming. I appreciate you making time for this. So
Thanks for having us.
let's get going.
I'd like to say.
Of course, of course. So who would like to go first?
Babe, would you like?
Okay, yeah, sure, I can go. I'm Valve Stater. I am a member of the Catcom organization. I'm actually the security coordinator. They also call me the general, but although we are not really a military organization. And I'm a long time Star Citizen player since, I don't really remember, 2018 I think. And yeah, here I am, so thanks for having me.
Ah, okay, so you're head security.
Yep.
Yeah. Our security leader.
Yeah, the guy who shoots.
Alright, and next?
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Isildirda. I think that I'm the rookie one here. I've just been in Star Citizen and Catcom for like a year and a half maybe now. And while I do some sort of things in the org, I'm actually in our streaming group, and I'm also the ambassador. So that's why I reached to you guys.
Well, they picked you wisely because you reached out to us.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to, open some doors here and there.
And how do you pronounce your name again?
My name is Uldirda. Well, it's quite difficult. You can go with Ildi, which is the abbreviation of the Roman name of Lleida, which is my town.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and next?
Well, I'm Avenger. I'm a player for Catcom and the coordinator of support. And well, I've been playing this game or project for 6 years now. And well, here I am.
Okay.
He's a medic.
Oh, okay. I wasn't too sure exactly, but thank you for clarifying.
The guy that comes when things go wrong.
Hey, they're always needed, right?
I'm the guy that brings the drugs, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. You and me, we can talk after the show. So my next question is, what is the purpose of the org, and what is your focus currently, and looking forward into the future? Tell me some more about that.
Wow. We do a little bit of everything, right? So the fact that our organization exists is because we found that there were not so many organizations in Star Citizen for Catalan-speaking players, right? And therefore, the guy Blaukat, who is the founder of the organization, then he started this project. And our ambition is basically, to gather all the Catalan-speaking players in Star Citizen together with us, right? We are, I would say, a quite generalistic organization because we do a little bit of everything except officially piracy. Yeah, so we are not pirates yet. We'll see.
Officially.
Officially we're not, and but it's an alpha. You have to try everything, right? You have to test, right? And so yeah, that's why we exist, right? Because yeah, we basically want to play the game with other people in our native language, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, if you are a Catalan speaker and you like Star Citizen, we are your home basically.
Yeah, almost 300 people now. So
Pretty sizable.
there's a space for everybody, and all the careers will be covered probably.
Hopefully.
Although we have a lot of explorers.
Yeah,
Well.
mainly explorers. Yeah, although
Yeah.
they don't have much.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly. And so changing gears a little bit, as a community, where do you see yourself in the future? And how do you want to be represented on on a grander stage once you guys mature more as a org and whatnot? And yes, I know it's maybe far off and it's hard to tell at this stage of the game, but what do you think?
I think that as a community, and that's probably a little bit my personal opinion, right? But as a community, what I really like is that the game is a sandbox, right? And maybe we will talk about that a bit later, but that gives us a lot of freedom to organize activities in game. We can. That helps a lot to keep with all the engagement, because Star Citizen is a long project, right? And people comes in and out, right? And the fact that you as an organization, you can not just focus on the mechanics of the game, right? But you can create your own activities, and you can create your own events. You can even create your own lore-based events, which I guess we'll talk about later. For me, that's probably the most important thing, right? Regardless of the state of any particular, in-game mechanics, be it mining or combat or flying, it doesn't really matter. The fact that we can gather together, play together. If it's an in-game event, doesn't matter. Jump down, Xenothreat, or anything created by us. For me, that's the most important thing, or what really keeps us coming into the game all the time, right, and being part of the community.
But I think that as a community, one thing that might different us from the rest is that we have a lot of, activities outside the verse.
Yes.
So we've got a podcast. We have a lot of, well, not a lot, but we've had a few real life events. I mean, we like to gather together, and I think that this is a typical Catalan thing.
Mainly
okay.
we do barbecues and beers because
Food and drink.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love it. Count me in. And we definitely need to do that for our org too. So, how do you guys measure success? Just as a whole.
I would say that right now we measure success based on fun, right?
yeah.
So if people is having a good time, and you see that because people comes back, right? And so that's for us our success factor. The truth is that we don't really know how a lot of things will end up in this game, right? So measuring, obviously there are objective measurings that you can do. Yeah, if you want to go mining, you will measure the success by the amount of, materials that you can yield, right? But I don't think we have anything right now that really measures how successful was an operation, right? Think that the 80% of the, well, not sure if 80, but a good number of things that we do in game are basically activities that are organized by ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So these activities, they have their own lore, and this can be, capture an enemy base, or get some box from here and put it in there, or all this kind of stuff. Kidnap
rescue someone.
rescue someone,
Right.
do a fight against,
And killing them in the process.
Yeah, we really love to do this.
I thought you guys were not pirates.
No, we are not, but we have to deal with leeches, and sometimes people end up dead.
So obviously when we do these kind of activities, the measure of success is that, right? It's whether you achieve the objective, or there's not only one objective. Sometimes you have multiple objectives, or it could be even a point-based system. So if you get, whoever gets more points wins, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But beside this kind of success, I think that what really measures success in an organization is the number of people you can gather and the number of activities you can, celebrate.
Correct.
And in the last one, between activities and the people that comes to them and to enjoy them, we have a really success ratio, I'd like to think. I mean, we do a lot of stuff and a lot of people come into play, so...
Yeah, for the 5th anniversary this year, had a few events, so
Yeah.
pretty much that.
Okay. Alright. And, well, let me say this then. What are the specific plans that you have for your work? How do you want it to evolve? Where do you want it to go? Besides, yes, you mentioned the exploration, you mentioned, basically being a general org where you're, active in the various aspects, but do you have any specific plans that you want to do? Do you want to build bases? Do you want to control star systems? Do you want to operate out of a certain, star system? Do you have anything of the such?
I think that actually this is not the case.
I want
Not really.
I want a Kraken.
Yeah,
We all can live in a Kraken.
I can lend you one. I have 3 only.
Now,
You only have 3.
but the thing is that all these goals that of course we'll have to set in the future based on how the game evolves. As for how our organization operates and how the management structure is defined and so on, I think that it will be something that will be defined on the go.
I agree. Yeah. We want a place to live, that's for sure, right? So there's gonna be some sort of base building there, and we want a house in the verse.
Okay,
We will settle in Nova Catalunya.
There you go. You'll name it. Yeah, you have your own Catalan. So basically, you don't want to just be roaming around like nomads. You do want to operate from a home system. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Yeah.
Or do you want to have a
I'm
home
not
base
sure.
and then always moving around at the same time?
I'm not sure because as we said, we are mainly explorers, so I don't know what will happen. But yeah, one of the ideas is that having a base, or also having several mobile bases.
Yeah, this is all theory. I mean, a lot of the questions that I want to ask is just keep in mind. I know the game, and we all know the game is not finished, but this is just looking out into the future and just to kind of play with the idea. And but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're explorers, so that's why I just wanted to make sure, like, if you guys do have a home base, I'm assuming maybe you'll have one, here and there, and just leave and explore and just come back to replenish resources or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see, where your organization would probably, head to. And then, what types of ships do you guys usually like to fly in? And if you're exploring, or if you're fighting, or collecting resources, do you have a favorite ship that you like to stick with? A certain make and model? Is there anything like that? or is it just pretty much any ship that you think you like? It doesn't matter about the brand.
We've been using the Reclaim It a lot lately.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that the one that wins probably in medium size is the Carrack, right?
Absolutely.
Not Carrack, what's the other one? The Corsair, right? That's the one that most people have, I think. In terms of fleet, I think we have one of each for sure. There's a lot of ships in our organization. If we do have favorites, I guess the exploration guys they really love the Carrack and the Corsair, and I guess that unless something shinier and appears, they will stick to that. I'm not so sure about all the other, divisions. In terms of security, we still don't have any favorite ship except for the Carrack, right? Sorry, except for the Kraken. I need a Kraken. I'm going to say it multiple times here. No, but we don't have any favorites or any, we don't do any recommendations to our members to say, hey, if you're a security member, you need an arrow, or we don't do that because of the state of the game, right? So it's still in progress. Many things change, and today the arrow or the gladius or whatever are the good ones, and in the future we'll see, right? Because having multiple systems, being able to travel from system to system, that's going to change a lot of things, right? And when a light fighter shines right now in the standard system, if you have to go across 5 different systems, maybe the light fighter is not the option, right? So that's why we don't have yet any favorites or recommendations, because let's wait and see. But on the meantime, we have almost everything, I would say. And I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure, Avenger, if you from the super perspective, the medics, if you guys have something there.
Well, we like the Apollo, but of course it's not right now even in production, I think. But personally, I like the Redeemer, and not a lot to do with support, but just my personal preference.
Yeah, CIG. I mean, it's just more content has to come out to utilize most of the ships, right? Yeah, and don't worry. I mean, I want to do a follow-up interview in the future to see where you guys are, and definitely, how things panned out with your expectations. So, but we'll get there. So in the organization, how do you guys encourage people to join events, like when you have org-hosted events and whatnot? And what do you have a certain style, a certain Catalan style, or how do you guys organize events regularly, or are you guys not? I don't know.
No, we do.
Okay.
Indeed, we do. We have, I guess, almost any organizations, there's the ad hoc events, right? Well, just people get into the voice channel and they do something every night and so on. Then we have something that I'm not sure exactly how to translate, but it could translate as gatherings, or meetings, something like that. So these are the events that we do in game that are usually prepared by a small group of people, 2-3 people. They prepare events, and each event is prepared by different people, right? There's even a section that we have in our Guilded, and I think that we also have it on Spectrum, where people can submit event ideas. And by event I mean an in-game activity that has its own lore, its own objectives. Sometimes they even have continuity, like part 1, part 2, part 3. And those are organized regularly. And also there's some sort of pilot group that I cannot really disclose.
Yeah. We're doing also some
time to
roleplay.
time they appear, cause troubles to people, and then the community has to gather together and try to fix whatever the problems they cause. And there's they are there, right?
So this other people, the pirate group or whatever, is that been ongoing for a while?
Now the thing is that we have a role playing into the org.
You know what? Perfect. Let's get into this. Because I'm not much of a role player and I'm new to this world, so I would like to be educated and educate anybody out there who's listening and maybe might want to join. And well, hopefully, if they know role playing, they probably already know this. So, but this role playing, well, how does this pan out? Do you guys just create scenarios? Do you create backstories and whatnot?
Yeah, the thing is that I think that it all happened like I would like to say accidentally, because it was not. Yeah, am I right? I think that it was not really well planned. Yeah. No, but what Bobby was saying, I mean, we gathered one night and one guy from the org asked the people who were there to rescue him. And he kinda invented a story which continued the next day. And more people were involved. I mean, the first day were like 5 or 6 of us trying to rescue him. The next day we didn't know if confining him or kidnapping him. I mean, it was not really clear, but we had to deal with 2 or 3 people instead of just one. Then this second group became, like regular. And, well, it's just people, so role-playing. I mean, when we're playing together, it's just like, you are not playing with your org mate, as you would do on a regular basis. I mean, when people gather together on the voice channel and talk about their life and their jobs and so on. But instead of this, you are playing a role in there. So, I mean, that guy is not my org mate, he's a pirate from another system and so on. And yeah, it's like, obviously, all this campaign is played into the organization, but it's like aside from anything else. So it's isolated, from the rest of the activities.
Nice.
I mean, so when we have role-playing night, it starts then and it finishes once the campaign is done. And then we can continue, like mining, bunkering, or whatever we do, or whatever we like to do.
Nice.
But it's cool. I mean, and this is it. We have 2 factions, actually. And I don't know if you wanna get into the details, Bobby or Avenger.
I mean, if the details won't get me kicked off YouTube, yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know how far this role playing goes, but you guys are playing with your, just to be safe, the joysticks. But
we had to place the +18 into Twitch.
I see. Maybe another time, if
Sure.
we're very small, so we are like a little fly. They can smash us anytime. Next time. So as far as the activities,
let me say that apart from this role playing, so we've got the nightly activities, which is when people gather and do, like, you just log in the voice channel and say, hey, who's here, what are you doing, what are you on, and maybe 2 are mining and 3 are making bunkers and this stuff. Maybe someone is trying to deal with beacons and so on. And apart from this, we've got I don't know how it's said in English, la escudería.
Well, the racing team.
The racing team.
Yeah, the
racing
racing team.
team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are involved, in the Mar Rally, Stanton 7, and so on.
Do you know if orgs or just people in general in the community they gamble like for races, or is that going to be a thing in game in the future? Do you know about that?
If it's a thing, we are not aware, honestly.
I see. I just
Well,
thought I heard something about that. But
supposedly on Grimex there was a try, no, to make bets and everything, but it seems that didn't go.
I didn't hear about this, but I love it.
if you make
Yeah,
bets
but
like Grimhex, you deserve to all your coins and your money. To
Well-
go, like,
But were there bets with Alpha Wax or with real money?
Well, I guess Alphawex.
For new players when they first join, well, how does that look like? What's the process? Do you guys interview them first, or can they just come in, open arms? Do you guys look for any particular type of players? How does that process look?
I don't think we search for any specific, profile. You want to call it like this.
Well, they have to be from Catalan, right?
That's the main point, right? So,
There you
so
go.
we want to play in our own language. So you either speak it already or
Get
you
out.
either want to learn it. Yeah.
Or they get
No,
out.
no, it's not like get out, but I mean, you may find people who understand Catalan but may not be able to speak it not at all, or maybe fluently.
Yeah,
But
if you understand it, it's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm being facetious, but I just want to, just make sure that all angles are covered, because people may have questions when they first listen to this. If I don't speak Catalan, like, can I still join? Maybe not. But
if you understand it, you can join it. I mean, the goal of the organization is that we can gather together and play in Catalan. So, as far as you understand it, and you are not asking everyone to speak English in your case, yeah, absolutely, you can join. And if this suits and if this can help people speak Catalan, you're more than welcome.
okay, then in this, let's do this then. Let's role play. Say I can understand and speak Catalan.
Correct. So then you will join the organization as a candidate, right?
Exactly.
And there's I think there's a trial period of it's a month.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a month.
And by trial period, it doesn't mean you have to go with a knife in the demon and kill something. The trial basically consists in an initial meeting that we are gonna have with you. Some of our, let me say, management staff will
yeah, coordinate.
have a meeting with you, and that meeting is gonna introduce you how the organization works, how is our structure, yeah. We're gonna explain you that we do these kind of events, in a regular basis, blah blah blah. If you want to assist to an event, what you have to do, our rules, and so forth and so on. Yeah. So this is kind of a mandatory meeting that you have to attend, and obviously if you don't. And many opportunities are given to you, right? So during this trial period, and if you don't attend this meeting, basically you're out. Yeah. If you do attend this meeting, and after this trial period, then you actually become a full member of our organization, and then you also, you have the visibility on all the channels a member can see in our guilded and so forth and so on. You can, and that's it. You are in. And then as long as you are, respectful and you participate on our, activities and so on, that's it. It's as simple as that. You just need to be there, and you just need to, want to be part of the community. There's nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds very fair. So now we get past that part. Now, how do you guys support and train these new members? What resources are available to them if they were to come?
Correct. So the main resource is that, and it also depends on. So when you join our organization, you have you have to you have to give us an indication on whether you want to be an explorer, you want to be a logistics guy or support, or you want to come with me, in security. You can change that later on at any time, right? But then based on that, and it also depends on, how comfortable you feel with the game and your experience in game. But then you can request sort of a training session, right? And that training session is gonna be attended by the coordinators of the section you choose. Yeah. So if you are in security, I'm gonna be there, right? And I'm gonna explain you. We're gonna do in-game sessions, and I'm gonna explain you all around flying ships, fighting, types of weapons, and I'm gonna tailor that experience a little bit based on your knowledge as well. Because if you come there and you say, I've been playing Star Citizen for 5 years, and I have more than 1,000 hours in game, then probably you have to explain me something, right? But that's the thing, right? So it's not that we have like written documentation, or we do have tutorials in our YouTube channel, of course. The bad thing about Star Citizen is that you do a tutorial on flying, and then 5 versions
line connected. So you just have to get into a voice channel and like, hey, I'm the new guy, could you please guide me around, because I need to learn whatever. I mean, I need to learn the basics. So okay, let's talk about armor, let's talk about stations, planet, and so on, and we can guide them. And then obviously there's the specific formation depending on your career, on what you like. It's what Val was saying right now.
For the future, we held discussions on giving you welcome packs, right? The fact that you join our organization, it has immediate benefits, right? And we have had these discussions. We'll see how it goes. But I'm talking things such as you join Catcom, and there you go. You have 150,000 UACs, and here's your armor, and these kind of things. We have had discussions on making this possible, but we think it's still early.
Yeah, like when you enter Catcom and you say, I want to be expert, and we say, yeah, well, the training will be very short.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds extremely nice and well-rounded. And right now you said you're up to how many members?
Almost 300.
Over 300, yeah.
And what's the activity, like on average, how many are online now?
Or it might
last,
depend
say,
a lot.
month or two.
Oof, the last
On
month or
average,
two,
yeah.
we were a little inactive because it's holiday time and it's always a difficult. Starfield came out.
Okay. Let's put it this way then. What's the average?
No, but
activity when
on
you guys were more
regular,
active?
on regular basis, on an everyday night, you can find like 5 to 10 people, maybe.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, it's good. I mean, you can join a Tuesday and find people playing,
Yeah.
and I think it's really cool.
It's pretty constant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, for small activities, like the ones like, hey, I'm just gonna get in online to do some bounties or to explore something, or we're going a little mining and so on, it might double that number. So I think that it's pretty easy to gather between 10, 12, 15 people. And then we've got the major activities where we are trying to fulfill a server.
Actually, we did in the past when the server cap was 50.
Yeah.
We did field servers.
Oh,
just
wow.
for us. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure anybody that's thinking about joining you guys, hearing this, that's all good news. Before we start to wrap up, just from each of you, why did you guys even take interest in Star Citizen to begin with? What was it? Did you guys play Star Wars Galaxy in the past? Was it just a lack of space, games that maybe didn't fill that niche? that genre? What was it that brought you in the first place?
Okay, who wants to start?
This one.
Well, to me was the idea of an MMORPG very with all that content that, well, we are seeing that it's not as easy to do, but the final result seems to be the best game of history, and I think not necessarily only about space, but just the best game. I mean, it has almost everything inside. It's like a big sandbox and with no limits. Only limit is how much money you spend.
Yeah. Well, that's another conversation, right?
Yeah.
we can do a whole hour on that, and
Yeah,
and the
the answer is
philosophy
too much.
and yeah, and yeah.
So for me, it's I don't know. I guess I'm just being a sci-fi space nerd, and when I started hearing about this game, it was kind of ticking all the boxes, right? Giving you freedom, giving you basically the ability to do almost everything, anything you want in this space setup. It was that was it, right? I'm not like a huge player in the sense that I'm not the typical gamer. I think I've never played an MMO before. Actually, I haven't played an MMO ever, not even World of Warcraft or anything like that. But it was just the vibes, right? It was all I was seeing and hearing about the game. It's like, wow, that sounds incredible, and that's it. Here I am, still waiting, by the way. Yeah.
I'm right there with you. Well, you never played an MMO ever. Like
Never.
What type of games did you play before this?
Mostly FPS games. Like the styles of.
Don't tell me Call of Duty.
Not Call of Duty. I don't have anything against
playing,
Call of
I'm
Duty.
joking.
It's not standard battle here, right? But I'm a long time Battlefield player.
Hey, there you go. I love Battlefield. I love it.
And then for me Battlefield 2 was great, and there was this mod of Battlefield 2 that was called the Project Reality, and that drive me a little bit into the milsim space. So that was my kind of type of game, and also single player games and also racing games. Yeah. So never MMOs. A little bit of RPGs, but in a single player, like the old Baldur's Gate or The Witcher, things like this. So those were. That was it.
Well, I also came from FPS, really. I mean, I were a lot into PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds before kicking Star Citizen. But I always love the sense of community. I mean, playing all together with a group of people and all. And I was in No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah.
And I was really enjoying it and so on. And I know it felt a little arcade and all, but and it was then when someone came to me and said, "You like this game, and I've never seen you in Star Citizen," and I was like, I don't even know what it is. And he said, "Okay, that was in." We had this conversation when there was there was a free fly ongoing. And he said, "Okay, we've got 2 days. Come with me, give it a try." And it just blew my mind. I got hooked at once, and I haven't abandoned it since then. So
And it was that free flight that we could barely join the game. I think it was 317 or something like that. It wasn't working at all, right? It was that one where you joined the Star Citizen.
And he liked it. Incredible.
I like it.
no. Wait.
With just one
I
taste.
joined the prior to that.
Okay.
The first month I was playing, I heard you guys talking about 30Ks, and I didn't know what were them because I haven't experienced a single one in months.
Oh, you should consider yourself blessed then.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, people were like, "Oh man, wow, so many days without 30Ks," and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
and people were like, "What? You don't know what a 30K is?" And no, man, I haven't.
Oh, so you
Now-
came in at
now
the
he
very
does.
time. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does
yeah, now I do, absolutely. Now I know the 30Ks, the 69Ks, and
Every K.
the 4Ks. Yeah, I know all of them. But yeah, no, but still love it. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if Crossover wants me to pay for joining the PTU, I will pay. I don't mind.
Oh,
So you have to understand that Ildi here produces a substance called ildium, right? And that substance has something that makes you see Star Citizen way much better than it is.
Than it is, yeah.
It's always a bright future and everything is positive.
It give me visions. I predicted, 4.0 on Pyro for the end of October, so give me.
Still there, still on track. Yeah.
well,
I feel it.
just be careful with your spending. That's a whole different story again. So, what are the best ways of contacting you guys? Websites, org page, Discord, Guilded. What channels would you like people to try to reach out to you if interested?
All right, so we have a website, starcitizen.cat. Right, so from probably there you will see then links to our Guilded and all our platforms that we have, because we have YouTube channels, we have Twitch channels, then you can find us on Twitter/X/whatever it's called now. Obviously, you can find us on the Robert Space Industries. If you look for Catcom there as organization, we are there. If you want to filter by language, Catalan, not so many will appear, and we will be there. Am I missing something, guys? Discord, we don't use Discord a lot. We have everything on Guilded. So
No, but we've got the server on Discord. So if everyone searches us on Discord, eventually we will reach back to them. So
correct.
Any last words, any messages you want to send to any potential future candidates or just listeners in the verse?
we are a Catalan organization, but we are really open to engage with other organizations worldwide. I mean, as long as we can communicate in English mainly. I mean, even if you're not a Catalan organization or a Catalan person, if you want to do something, you want to hang out, you want to, play in a campaign, we can have one night or something, just contact us through our channels, and we are willing to play with everyone. So, just an offer, open offer.
You can also tune in the first Thursday every month on our Twitch channel. You'll find the only podcast in Catalan around Star Citizen that it's called Catcom News, and there you can find us. Is it the first Thursday of every month? I think so.
This one will be the third, but yeah, we are trying to go. we are, renewing every section and all the, how was that, the production.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a little delayed this September, but in fact it's next week. I mean, Thursday next week this time. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I think. So we've got like some sort of news. It's a podcast that's been running for, how was that, 5 years maybe already? 4 years. And yeah, so there we are.
All right. Well, gentlemen, That's it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed hearing from our guests and learning more about their organization. To stay updated on future episodes and to explore the universe with us, hit the bell and subscribe to us right here on Adventure Origins Media. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what you think. If you're interested in sharing your own story or being a guest on the show, feel free to reach out to us on our Discord server, which you can find in the description below. Join us next time as we venture further into the void, discovering all that the verse has to offer. Thank you.